Breathe. Just...
Welcome to Night Blog.
Ugh.
That wasn't even intentional.
See, where I was gonna go is forget to breathe and like gasp for air, but that was so much better. It was so much better. Oh man. Ugh.
Didn't even plan it. That's how that works.
Well, we're off to a great start.
We are. Greetings, fellow stargazers. Welcome to the Night Blog.
Hello.
And it's been a little while.
Yeah, but there's a reason.
Plenty of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm now a dad.
Yay! If there was a live studio audience, we'd either get an awe or rousing
It would
clap.
be both. It'd go, aww, clap, 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 clap.
Yeah,
And then
okay.
Urkel shows up and goes, yeah, I knew that.
And we would just stand there for a couple minutes, like kind of fidgeting and like whatever you're wearing. Yeah,
waiting for the laughter
Yeah,
to go. Like you're playing up to it, you're waiting for it, and
yeah. You just have to find some way to fidget in a way that also makes you look okay.
Yeah.
Like if there's a picture taken of you at that moment, it's almost like you're voguing.
yeah.
Like waiting for the laughter to stop.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, they're just voguing for the audience. But, we like How I Met Your Mother, right? And I don't know.
I never finished it because I'm like, I'm done. But I know how it ends.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, you don't...
I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad show.
No.
I'm not going to say it's a great show.
Yeah.
It's perfect junk food.
Yes, I agree.
Like that 70s show. I'm watching that 70s show right now. On, like anytime I just want something on in the background.
Yeah.
Doing the bills, working on the computer, I put on that 70s show. Just perfect junk food.
Yeah.
TV.
Background noise.
Yeah,
And, well,
it's
what's great about like,
entertaining
that
enough.
show, even just as much as How I Met Your Mother, I'd say, like, goes so far down from where it gets to, like, if there's the climax of that 70s show in, like, season 4 or so, it goes far from glory, as, Eric leaves and things like that. How I Met Your Mother does the same thing, except it's great up until the last 2 episodes, and then it just basically farts on you as a viewer, and it's like, never mind for the whole show.
Yeah.
But theirs is like not recorded in front of a live studio audience. They record the show, then they would show it to an audience and record their reactions, which obviously they're probably like, ham it up, but they record those reactions. So I'm like, I think that's how I'd like to watch one of those shows where they aren't given the opportunity to vogue and sit there and wait. They actually have to deliver a funny line and
Wait a second.
then wait a second. But it's up to us to laugh, and if it's not funny, I want to see that moment, because then it's funny to me.
Yeah.
Where they're hoping for laughter, but it's not there. I love that stuff. I love awkward pauses. I love when someone else feels awkward instead of me. Except for the people that make things like Parks and Rec and The Office and stuff like that, and they make you feel awkward.
Yes.
Oh!
My dad can't stand to watch The Office because he looks at Michael Scott
Yeah.
and those moments like,
Yeah.
and you claw the chair you're sitting on.
Oh, I have moments where I like want to cover my ears or do, just anything to get up, but I make myself not leave because I'm like, I enjoy this show so much. This feeling's not good, but I crave it for some reason
That's the
every
point.
darn week.
And Steve Carell does such an excellent job.
Yes, he
making
does.
You go like,
Yeah. I feel like he had to have had so many awkward moments in his life leading up to him being famous.
I think the man's just an awkward man,
He is.
and I love him for it.
I do too. Oh man, he's one of my favorite, and Michael Scott is one of my favorite characters of all time. Just blissfully ignorant of the world.
My favorite thing, there's only 2 instances in that show as a whole that I can think of. You wonder, like, how in the world did this guy become a manager? And there's 2 instances where you're like, how come if he's like that more often, he'd be running this place? And it's when Stanley, like, talks back to him, like, did I stutter? And he wants him to like him. And at the end, he has this moment alone with Stanley's like, listen, I don't care if you like me or not. That's what it is. I'm the boss, though.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's why he's a manager.
Yep.
And then there's the story arc where he leaves to start his own paper company, and they're trying to buy him back in because he's taking away too much of their customers.
Yeah.
And he has this moment of euphoria where he just looks at what was his name? George Wallace? No, George Wallace. I forget the VP's name that is like above his boss at corporate.
Oh, I know
he
you're
just looks
talking
at him and goes, listen, I know I can't last that long, but I don't have to last that long. I just have to outlast you.
Yeah.
Until you're fired and a better offer comes along.
Right.
And you just see him like recognize that Steve Carell or Michael Scott's right. And you're like, this is why, like, if you would have more moments like this, you'd be a success.
Yeah. Like,
Anyway.
he's a managerial capitalist that we don't realize, like,
Yes.
how much there actually is in there.
Like, but his own, like, wanting to be like gets in his way.
Yeah.
Anyway, this isn't about The Office.
And it's not really about anything we've been talking about,
No.
but it's very, hey, it's nice to meet you. I know we've never met before.
I'm Dad.
I'm Keebs.
I'm Vlad.
I'm Dad Keebs.
I'm Vlad the Dad.
Vlad the Dad.
Vlad the Glad. Vlad is Dad.
What do I got? I'm
You have three.
Sneed, Keebs the Sneed. What am I? Who am I?
You are the Keebs.
The Keebs.
The Keebs.
You know, when I went to make Keebs on PSN, it kept throwing me this "that's inappropriate" warning, and I was like, and so I decided to look up, you know, like Urban Dictionary and everything. Nothing wrong with Keebs the way I do it, and I think there are some weird things with like Keebs as a verb, like if you are keebing someone. I don't know. I haven't looked it up in years, but I know it was something. So I tried to get in touch with Sony. I was like, I really don't want to change my name. I have all these, trophies and I have achievement. I'm Keebs on everything. And they were kind of like, if it's inappropriate, it's inappropriate. So now I'm JT Keebs. JT was my old nickname. And Shuhei, let us change our names, man. Like, I just want to be Keebs, but it's too late.
And make it appropriate.
Yeah, I've gone down that road now on the Switch. I'm JT Keebs. It's just slowly that's taking over. It's taking over my old Keebs moniker. But
I remember when we were kids, you told me you wanted to be called JT, but I already had another friend named JT.
I remember that.
I was like, you said, no.
No, you're like, not going to work for me. I'm looking at my planner.
I'm looking at my planner.
I already got one of those.
And now as an adult, like, think back to that so I'm like, what an a-hole that was for me to do.
Hey, you kept me from potentially, like, that could have been, when you make alternate timelines.
Yeah.
That probably was the split point for me. Was Jared and JT, like, split off. But alas, I became Keebs anyways.
And there you go.
So, Michael, baby.
And then I became Vlad.
Yes, you did. Vlad the Dad.
Vlad the Dad.
Congrats, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
As we started recording, like, my daughter just, like, projectile vomited all over my wife. So
oh, yeah.
She looked like she just burst out of John Hurt's chest,
Yeah, like, I thought I was watching the Alien Covenant trailer. The Red Band. Speaking of trailers.
Speaking of trailers, great segue.
Hey, thank you.
What we're really going to be talking about today.
Uh-huh.
That's okay, good. That's still recording. I get nervous because I saw the green
in
the lower right, but there's a red dot. It's a little bit farther than it normally is here. We're at my house instead of his house today.
Yeah, because of Babby.
Because of Baby.
Babby. Uh-huh.
Baby Babs.
Baby Babs.
Which is a nickname I had in college and my wife had in high school, and we never met before that.
Oh, really?
Like, we both had the same nickname from some of our best friends.
Yeah. So organic pass along to the daughter.
And so it just separate lives at that point.
Yeah.
It was meant to be. Anyway, Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is that trailer dropped on me kind of unexpectedly. Like, I knew Star Wars Celebration was happening.
So it was coming.
I knew it was going to be coming. I knew, like, April, because a smart marketing decision was I knew we weren't going to see anything of Episode 8 during Rogue One.
Right.
It would just suck the wind out of Rogue One, and they needed to keep all of the hype for that without distracting with another Star Wars movie, because it's an experiment what they were doing.
Yeah.
And it succeeded, wildly succeeded. I agree. I thought it was better than Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Rogue One.
It's okay. Yeah.
Like, I like Force Awakens. I just thought Rogue One was better.
Yeah.
I just really liked Rogue One.
Because of The Last Jedi, I've been having this conversation a lot recently, is which one you like better. And I just...
For me, it was... I mean, I liked the Force Awakens, but it was so much retreading now that I think back on it. And it's fine.
I like them different.
I like them different. I'm not saying, like, Force Awakens is stupid. No, like, I
understand
love Force
that
Awakens.
sentiment,
Rogue One was just... I think it was more of like, this is a different, same thing I want to see. There's enough in there. I'm like, I know that. This feels good like Star Wars. And there's other moments of like, this is a new Star Wars.
Right.
And I love that. And I'm looking forward to that with The Last Jedi. But, I knew we were probably going to get a trailer in April because Rogue One finally came out in DVD in, was it early April? Like late March? I think first weekend of April.
I had it on digital a couple weeks before that.
Yeah. And so, like, once again, not going to take the wind out of its sails for marketing for that. Like, they want that to stand on its own. But I knew they can't wait much longer. So right as soon as that was released, I'm like, we are imminent.
Yeah.
Last Jedi. And then Star Wars Celebration, I kind of thought we might get it then. But I had just had a baby. I was so, like, wrapped up in little tiny baby. So when suddenly I see online, after I put her down for a nap in the morning, because I was off that week, I see The Last Jedi. I'm like, I'm turning it on. She's asleep right next to the TV. Don't care. She can wake up. I'm watching this thing.
Yeah. It was chill-inducing the first time you watch it. And then every time after that was just like, new things. You kept seeing like something else, and I actually had to stop myself from watching it too many times to be like, you know what? I don't need to look too into anything in these still images because it's in December. Like, this is so close.
I know.
Like, I'm used to seeing teasers like this, and you've still got a year and a half.
Like, the first Force Awakens was the Thanksgiving a year before
right.
it was going to come out.
Now, this one is just 6-7 months away.
Yeah.
Like, we're there. We're on the cusp of, like, getting this movie. And I was like, you know what? It's so close. You know, people are going to have theories out the beehole on this thing. Like, I don't need to take it in too much. But I did love when someone put it back to back or next to the Force Awakens trailer and showed, like, how they're, like, almost the identical trailer, just shown from different perspectives, like the beats and everything.
Oh, really? Like, the original, like, which teaser? The very first teaser?
No, it would have been the second one.
The second teaser before the official trailer in
correct,
October.
where,
okay.
you know, we see a lot of Finn breathing heavy. You know, the quick-shotted... I mean, it's almost... So if you think about, you know, when you see in The Last Jedi, you see Rey and she's training, you know, she's down and like... It's like the Finn shot where he's like breathing heavy. And all the other shots, like whether it's in space or when it was blue, now it's red. Like it was the antithesis of the other trailer.
I know what you're talking about now. I get it now. Yeah.
It was very cool. And after seeing that, I was like, this universe is, even though we have, you know, different directors and, you know, some people have passed on at this point, like we are still moving together as a single force unit. And it feels almost familial at this point.
Yeah.
You know, watching this trailer felt like powerful.
I wonder if Kathleen Kennedy at Lucasfilm is talking to Paul Feig at Marvel, like, okay, how do you do it?
Right.
Because, like, you have all these different directors, but everything feels like its own movie at Marvel, but still feels like there's a Marvel movie. Like, if you watch... I watch any television show now from the major networks, I can point out, like, that's an ABC show, that's an NBC show, that's a CBS show.
Even just by color and lighting
because
anymore.
they have a specific way they like to do it, and I'm wondering if she's, like, talking to Paul Feig, okay, how do you guys do it?
Yeah.
How do you make sure that each of these guys... your women or whoever you have directing are doing the same thing. But
so if we can real quick just run down the list, like I know we don't have to talk about crazy theories or anything like that. I mean,
I think the only thing that I can pull from it is that, you know, people saying, is Luke going to the dark side? No, that negates the entire story arc of the original trilogy. Like, if you make Luke suddenly go to the dark side, that's bad storytelling. It negates everything that happened before with his character, any transformation he had in the original trilogy. You don't want to do that. It nullifies it.
Right.
Nullifies
Let me
that
play the
journey.
devil's advocate because I don't have a stance on this. I've read it, but I don't read it. I realize how many times I say that now.
Humor.
So, say this entire series ends up being like the mirror image of the original trilogy, where it's like instead of a story of redemption, it is a story of damnation, like you know, where instead we're seeing the fall of this person instead of seeing the rise, you know, where it's almost like we saw, you know, Anakin get to a certain point of absolute, like, it's so powerful the last few minutes when you see him turn, but then if we switch it over and we finally get to Luke and we see this and there's all this hope and this training of Rey and everything's going great, but then it's like this downward fall, and then by the end of the last one, we actually like lose him. Maybe Kylo Ren becomes good. You know, maybe we see his redemption, same as like a Vader type story.
Yeah.
I have no clue. But I feel like I'm interested in that. But at the same time, it's almost like I don't think they're going to go the obvious route with that. Like how they played it up almost.
Yeah.
Like, the Jedi have to end. And you're like, well, obviously that he's just going to say that, and it's taken out of context for the trailer.
Yeah.
You know, or if people who say like, oh, Luke is Rey's father. No, it's too easy. I feel like both of those are too easily set in front of us for us to just be like, that.
Yeah.
Instead, they're going to toy with that for as long as they can, and we're going to be the cat batting at the yarn until they're finally like, we got you.
I think actually in Force Awakens, there's enough clues to show that this is just my personal opinion. They could change it and that Rey is Luke's daughter, because when you first see Rey, once when she gets back to her AT-AT home,
right,
she's sitting out on the dunes. She's in a desert, sitting on the dunes, orphan. She's wearing the X-Wing pilot helmet, and then she gets in, she has the X-Wing pilot doll. I'm like, if she's not... I don't like red herrings. I feel like that's lazy, you know?
I like it. I hope she's not.
If she's not, I want to really either make her just a person, or if you're going to tie her to somebody else that's in the Star Wars universe, make it a good one. Like, make it good. And when I started hearing the Kenobi theories, I'm like, that would be a good one.
I love
That
the
would be a
Kenobi
good
theories
one.
are where I am. I'm on that she's a Kenobi, and I want to see Ewan McGregor again. Just please let me see Ewan McGregor again.
I want to see Force Ghost. I want to see.
Yes.
I want to see Liam Neeson back in the Star Wars universe because he was supposed to be there in Episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
He was supposed to be in Episode 3 as a Force Ghost. And
Well, where are they? I mean, at what point did they go silent? I want to know that.
yeah,
Like, because I feel like they're integral to keeping, like, the Jedi Order in order. You know what I mean? Like, Luke has to have their guidance, especially after everything he went through.
but I'm
or
kind of
else-
wondering if like they go silent because Luke's like, no, I'm ending the Jedi.
Yeah. Which I know we're going to see at his training facility what happened. You know,
Yeah.
we kept seeing that.
Yeah, those two scenes. At first, I thought, oh wow, wait a minute, that's the cloak.
Yeah.
We're actually going to see what happened. And then if you actually, this is the only one I paused to look at.
Okay.
When it's the shot of Luke and R2 looking at that burning, I think it's a temple.
Yeah.
That's a Jedi temple. It's a burning temple. There are dead bodies everywhere.
Oh, really?
If you look at it, you can make out the fallen Jedi in
that's
front of
awful.
him. Just like in the shot of Kylo Ren with the storm in The Force Awakens,
With the
he's
Knights of Ren and everything?
surrounded by the dead bodies of the Jedi. If you look closely, there's dead bodies all
Right.
around him.
Yeah.
You look kind of closely, you can make out, like, I think those are dead bodies
Yeah.
from holy crap. And it also just wasn't just Ren, like the First Order was there.
Yeah.
Because you see the shot of Captain Phasma walking.
Which, I mean, I'm really glad that she's back. I mean, obviously.
I want to see more of her.
Me too. And I'm really bummed that her story is going to be told through a comic leading into this new episode. Like, instead of us getting, like, an actual story with her on screen, we'll have kind of like a side story prologue.
I'm always hoping she'll have a little bit more screen time, but I have a feeling she's going to be like the Boba Fett of this
Exactly,
trilogy,
yeah.
which I'm fine with.
10 minutes of screen time and a lifetime of fan,
Yeah.
you know?
Which, good for Gwendolyn Christie.
I
like
agree.
her.
I agree. I think she's awesome. I think the trailer was perfect. I think it hit all the beats it needed to, and its pacing was phenomenal. And hearing Luke talk through the whole thing was just, man. And every like his breathe thing, and then the Jedi have to end. Like, I feel like he became the Yoda and also kind of like the naysayer of the group in the same trailer. So what's his end game?
Well, I kind of wonder if like that's if it's going to mirror how Yoda refused to train him, but for a different reason. Because Yoda's like, no, there's too much anger in you. I cannot train you.
Right.
I'm wondering if that's actually from the beginning of the movie, not like later on where he's like, I'm going to train you in how to end the Jedi. I think that's going to be one of the first things. Like, I'm not going to train you because there's one thing I've learned: the Jedi must end.
Yeah.
You're not going to become a Jedi.
Right. I think, some of those major plot points we'll get in like the first 10 minutes. And we'll be like, okay.
And then
There's your trailer.
And I'm wondering if that's where we get some of the Force Ghosts. So like, you must train her, Luke. And there you have Ewan McGregor show up, and it'll be cool. And I know this is going to be heresy to say, but I'd really like to see Hayden Christensen redeem himself as an actor.
Me too. Why not?
He's not a bad actor.
No.
He's not a bad actor. He is terrible in the two Star Wars prequels, but I don't think that's his fault. Because you look at Ewan McGregor, Natalie Portman, Liam Neeson. These are fantastic actors that gave okay performances.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I can't blame the actor if there's fantastic actors in these movies that are giving not just not their best performance, but like mediocre performances.
I mean, think about it. This is some of the most like hated movies out there. Rest in peace, Gary Marshall. Make movies like New Year's Eve and like Valentine's Day, where there's like 50 major actors, like ones that you love. I mean, the whole cast, and everyone gives a poo-poo performance. And you're given a poo-poo platter, it's going to smell and taste like poo-poo. I mean, it's not like, what are you going to do with it? You know what I mean?
It's a true statement.
Yeah.
Truest statement I've ever heard.
Hayden Christensen did fine. Mm-hmm. He did fine. Like, I go back
for the material he was given and for the direction he was given.
Yes.
Because if you listen to interviews with Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford about getting direction from George Lucas in 1977, it was the exact same line over and over again. It's like, that was great. Faster and more intense.
Yeah.
Like, you watch some of the behind the scenes of Star Wars documentaries.
Yeah.
They each say it in each of their interviews, like, faster and more intense. That's really the only direction we got.
Yeah.
During that movie shoot. And so that's I wonder why that like Empire and Return of the Jedi are a little bit better because he's not directing them.
Right? Yeah. But anyways, all in all, The trailer has me psyched. I think
I'm
there's going to be
pumped.
more and more theories as we go, as we get these comics and some more things happen in the cartoons, stuff like that. That's probably going to tease us even more about things.
I'm curious about what they're going to do with Rebels. I know it's the last season.
Yeah, it's
coming up.
ending, but
I'm just curious, like, how, like, if Luke is the last Jedi, then don't, like, the 2 Jedi in that have to, like, I don't know, die?
yes.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's still a good show. I like it.
Yeah.
I haven't watched season 3 yet. I've watched one episode of it.
I mean, I think it's a great show, and I think that it's coming to an end at a good time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're choosing a good time to end it.
I was surprised they're ending it that quickly. I
Yeah.
wonder what they're going to replace it with. Do you think they'll go, like, further ahead or further back?
I know it's not Star Wars 1313.
Oh, don't break my heart.
You rat bastards.
Don't. That one hurt.
Yeah. Well, what do you guys think? Do you have any crazy theories?
Let us know.
If you do, and you happen to work at Lucasfilm or at Disney.
I know a guy who used to work for Lucasfilm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Call us. We have a hotline. Do you have a number?
No.
Cut it there.
Actually, if we had kept Leia, the cat, around my parents' dog Samba for longer as a kid,
Yeah.
she'd be fun. Because when she was a tiny little kitten, I have videos somewhere of her, like, this big, and a giant 85-pound dog gently playing with her. It is some of the cutest things
I love that stuff.
you will see ever. And then we got our apartment,
Uh-huh.
and then she became socially isolated.
Well,